A very good evening, everyone. We will now be starting with the session. I will be introducing today's session and what all will be happening throughout the session. I would also request that the comments box and the chat box is open for any sort of questions. Meanwhile, I'm introducing while the session is going on. So let's keep the session interactive. Uh, so I would request if you could mute yourself. Thank you. Right. So it gives me an immense pleasure to welcome you all to this enlightening session where we delve into the growing relevance. Um, right. We delve into the growing relevance of environment, social, and governance, the ESG compliance in today's world. We know that ESG has gained the sort of momentum that it has globally and now even nationally. So it becomes more so relevant for us to understand the nuances and the practical applications, which is relevant for students, for professionals, and for organizations all alike. Everyone requires it at the same level with the same uh, keenness to work towards all three aspects. Why they are relevant, what will happen once we follow the compliances around it, and what all works in our favor when we take these measures all throughout. This session offers a unique opportunity for us to learn from experts who have hands on experience in the field. This helps us in bridging the gap that while we are getting the learning aspect, we also understand the practical aspect. The theory and the real world examples will then be brought together and we will be able to learn in a better manner. Adding to this invaluable collaboration is with Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University, a renowned institution accredited with an A++ grade by NAG. This collaboration ensures that not only we gain theoretical insights, but also enrich our understanding with the applications in the real world that are being used in today's day and age. This holistic approach to learning is rare and immensely rewarding. For today's session, we have Mr. Munish Kumar bringing with him over 17 years of rich experience in industrial safety, risk assessment, fire safety,
And for the
related to
man for the reduction ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ
currently as the director of EHS Guru Sustainable Solutions Private Limited, a fast growing consultancy firm specializing in EHS and sustainability services. Sir's expertise spans across various other fields in fire and electrical safety, ergonomics, and regulatory compliances. Along with that, today, with his invaluable understanding within ESG matters, will help us in understanding how it impacts us in shaping the future of the industries and organizations alike. Along with Sir, we have Ms. Sushri Sunanda Sahu, who is an advocate and ESG and legal consultant. Her extensive experience in ESG compliance and legal frameworks will help us in having a deeper understanding of this course and its relevance. Throughout this session, I encourage everyone to please participate and engage actively. If you have any questions or doubts, please feel free to drop in them in the chat box. I will be moderating the session and will ensure all your queries are addressed. With that, I now request Mr. Munish Kumar to kickstart this insightful session, and we look forward to engaging with everyone and having a fruitful discussion. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Nimisha, for the introduction and good evening, everyone. The purpose of this session is to make you understand about the importance of this ESG compliance lead certification course and also to address all the queries which could be there related to various aspects of this course. So we will be more focusing on attending all the queries, what is the purpose of this course, what you will gain as an outcome of this course. So all of those discussions we will be doing. But before we enter into the question answer session, so let me introduce this course. This course is completely affiliated by Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University. And in the affiliation process, we have spent almost 1 year following all the regulatory protocols with the university, wherein the entire syllabus, curriculum, experts, so all of those scrutiny has been done by the university. So this course is very unique in the form that a government university, which is a state government university, that is Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University, has been uh, uh, like has been part of this entire initiative which we took together with the faculties of Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University. Especially, there is a Center of Sustainability and Climate Change with the Department University School of Environment Management. So we have been closely associated with a lot of faculties at the university campus, and then the purpose of this collaboration is to have a combination of academic excellence as well as the practical aspects of various environment, social, and governance aspects that is going to be covered in this entire course. So I'll be talking about all different aspects of this course during this 20 minutes presentation, and then I'll be more focusing on the questions which you have related to the course. So I'll introduce you something about EHS Guru Sustainable Solutions Private Limited also. So as Nimisha introduced, EHS Guru Sustainable Solution is a rapidly growing consulting firm. We have our headquarter in Gurugram, and then two regional office, one in Mumbai and one in Bangalore. And we work in 5 core areas of various EHS and ESG aspect. That is EHS and industrial safety. That is first. ESG and sustainability is the second core area. Fire and electrical safety, ergonomics, and regulatory compliance services. So our vision is to make sure that every business, every individual on this planet Earth start respecting nature and life. So that is our motto, which we usually integrate in all our services and whatever service we are doing. So it's all towards creating a respect for nature and life in true sense. So the background of this course, if I tell you the story behind it, so we used to interact with a lot of ESG professionals as part of our ESG consulting services. And also, since we are connected with a lot of international investors like IFC, World Bank, Asian Development Bank, then there are some domestic investors like SDFC Capital and many more. So as part of our due diligence process, we used to interact with international level clients, and a lot of interaction used to be there with different companies. So we found that there are some gaps in ESG because ESG is nowadays booming, and every company is doing a lot of things in this direction. But there is a gap of having a right skill set. Lot of professionals who were earlier in environment, health, and safety division and now coping up themselves to have new concepts of environment, social governance with them, whether it is a regulatory compliance of environment, social as well as governance, because earlier social and governance part was not considered to be part of EHS professionals or safety professional, but somehow with the customers pressure and then with the investors promotion of this entire expectation of ESG, and then there are a lot of regulatory notification by SEBI also has come up, whether it is BRSR or sometimes it is an international commitment. So as part of that, lot of EHS or safety professionals also have to respond to a lot of ESG queries. So we found a gap in the market that many professionals are not aware about the fundamental aspect of environment, social governance. That's how this idea of having a course which is more practical oriented, and then the foundation of this entire course is our laws, wherein our focus will be on making everyone understand about the regulatory compliance part of environment, social as well as governance. If you see, our regulations are very strong in this direction. And when I'm saying regulations, it is related to environmental part, social part, and governance part. So this course will focus on the compliance part of E, S, and G. And then there are a lot of international concepts related to reporting, disclosures, supply chain, and then there are sustainable finance. So all of those aspects have been combined together to bridge that gap which we noticed during our multiple interaction with various professionals. So in India, we have very good availability of the regulatory norms, but enforcement and there are other challenges. Awareness is also one of the gaps. So this course
उमेश
will
कुमार जो
bridge.
हा लोध्यामध्ये होता का रे?
This course will bridge this gap which we identified as part of our survey and analysis before we launched this course. So some of the key attributes of this course includes a certification from Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University, which is a very renowned university, and it is a Delhi based state government university and have the NAC rating of A++. We will be providing the reading material. There will be workshop inside the campus on sustainability reporting and ESG disclosures. And we have included the industry experts as the faculty. I will also be taking some of the sessions, but there are a lot of industry experts who are leading the ESG department in various companies. Then we have researchers, lawyers, and many experts from diverse background to cover each and every area of ESG in very much detail. So there will be assignments in between the sessions, so that will give you the hands-on exercise on various aspects. It will be of 14 weeks duration. And most of the session, like all the sessions will be on virtual based, uh, except one workshop on ESG reporting, which will also be an opportunity for all of ESG course participant to have the networking and to connect with the faculties and other experts of this course. So if you see the takeaway of this course will be the understanding on ESG frameworks. You will gain a deep insight about the Indian regulatory landscape around the environment, social and governance. There will be discussions on corporate governance and ethical business practices, and we will be providing all the relevant researched material with practical case studies around that. Then you will be also gaining practical understanding about various ESG disclosures and reporting frameworks. So these are the course module. There are 9 modules. First module is about overview of environment, social and governance. Then second, we will understand the constitutional framework around environment, health and safety and environment, social governance in India. Module 3 will be related to policy frameworks around EHS and ESG in India. There are a lot of policies developed by various authorities. We will be covering all of that. Then legal and policy framework around environment protection, health and safety, social aspects, and governance in India. Then we will be also taking sessions on ESG in supply chain, climate risk management, ESG investing and finance. We will be sharing our experience with various investors and how sustainable finance work, what is the role of investors in ESG due diligence. So all of those experience will be shared with the participants. So if you see, the target group is very diverse. So any graduate can enroll in the course, but minimum qualification is that you should have complete graduation. Then only you can join the course. But if you want to enter into sustainability domain, you are doing some practice in this environment, social governance direction as a lawyer. Then if you are consultant, if you are working into EHS or safety or fire or any of the safety related domain, then also this course will be beneficial for you. This course is also very suitable for some of the chief executive sustainability heads and then some of the business heads, and lot of NGO representation and members can also join ESG compliance lead course to gain a deep understanding about the ESG aspect. So these are some of the differentiators. The fees compared to other courses in ESG direction is very reasonable. And when I'm saying reasonable, it is 31,500 plus GST as the course fees for the entire certification course. And if you compare with other available courses in the market, so it is somewhere in the range of 50,000 to 1.5 to 2 lakhs. So you can do the comparisons by yourself. We have the UGC approved course and the availability of certification from state university, that is NAC A++ accreditation. It is also designed for working professionals as well as freshers, because we will be starting and taking the session from the foundation or fundamental level subjects. So that will be covered. There will be mixture of theory and practical lessons. Assignments will be given, and we will be doing case studies, live discussions with the experts. So it will be a good foundation of the legal compliance aspects of environment, social, and governance. So these are some of the differentiators. So if you see faculty apart from me, there are experts like Mr. Ashish Jain, who is the founder and director of IPCA. We have Dr. S.D. Atri, who is CAQM technical member and heading this CAQM division, who also release a lot of GRAP notifications on time to time basis with other technical experts. Then we have Rashmi Sood, who is global ESG head in the Concentrix, that is in fact, a global IT company, and she heads the ESG department in that. Then we have Vinita Sahitya, who is founder of Lex Fulcrum and Environment, a law firm who works very actively in various ESG related aspects. Then we have Miss Hemavati Shekhar, who is also the founder of Enact Arts Foundation, very active in various aspects of environment, social governance aspects. We have Mr. Ajay Tiwari, who is Assistant Vice President and Group Safety Head of Birla Corporation Limited. Manoj Kumar as Food Safety Professionals with around 18 years of experience into the food safety direction. So we are trying to cover not just the core part of E, S, and G, but if you see, food safety also becomes relevant for everyone to understand as part of the social. Then we have the social and governance expert and the legal consultant, Ms. Vinita Gupta. Then Manisha Badoni as environmental lawyer. She is having good litigation experience. We will get to know more about how to go beyond the authorities' permits and approval if there are any issues, how litigation works in this direction. Some of the practical insights in that direction will also be covered. We have Swati Goyal, who is APSCA certified social compliance auditor, which is a very renowned qualification around social audit, and she has conducted more than 200 250 social audits across India. Then we have Mr. Anil Johari, who is also the ex-CEO of NABCB. So these are some of the major faculties and experts. There are more which will be shared with all of you. So this is all about the course. Now we can take up the queries which you might be having related to this ESG compliance lead course. So if there are queries already in the chat box, I can take up that, or you can unmute yourself and then ask your queries about the course. If you have not put any query till now, you can put it in the chat box also, or unmute yourself and speak anything if you want to ask about this. Yes, that can be relevant for others also. Okay, so we have first query from Deepak. So Deepak is asking about the course duration. So this course duration is about 14 weeks. We will be starting this course tentatively on 15th of February, and then it will end in the July, mid-July somewhere. 14 weeks is the duration of this course.
Hi, Manish. Good afternoon.
Hi, good
Actually, I just
afternoon.
wanted to know 14 weeks means what? Every Sunday or full week?
Okay, that I'll describe. So there will be classes in session on every Saturday. So this session will be of minimum duration of 2.5 hours. And the timing of session will be the evening time. Exact timing will be decided based on the survey after admission process will be over. So whatever the majority responses comes to us, so tentatively it could be around 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock. So that these are the two options. So that majority everyone should attend this session. So as per the survey, we will be finalizing the timing, taking the approvals from the university protocols.
And then how about if somebody misses that particular class,
There will be
will the
recordings
videos will
available.
be available?
There will be recordings available for a shorter duration, but it's mandatory for everyone to attend the course. There can be exceptions in between. We will be accommodating through the recorded lectures, and there will be a set process to verify whether recording has been attended and further actions has been done or not.
Excellent. Thank you, Manish.
Right. Yes, classes are on weekend. As I mentioned that it will be on Saturdays. Uh, so that is how we have planned to accommodate the working professionals in this course. So one
Hello,
question is
Manish sir.
about exam. Let me attend
Sir,
this.
I wanted to know that what is the assessment criteria?
Okay, so the assessment criteria will be the assignment which will be given during the course delivery. So there will be assignments given based on different modules, and that assignment you need to submit on time, and the assessment will be based on assignment. There is no examination involved in this certification course as of now.
Why examination is not mandatory as per the course?
No, for certification course, examination or assessment is completely based on the assignment that will be given as part of the session as of now.
Okay, Manish, I have one more doubt with regards to
Mhm,
BRSR and
mhm.
GRA. What actually differs in these two standards?
Okay, so this question is more about the subject knowledge about BRSR as well as GRI. So BRSR is an Indian regulatory requirement for the disclosures, ESG disclosures, which is mandatory for top 1,000 companies, top 1,000 listed companies in India. And GRI is a voluntary framework for disclosures on the sustainability and ESG disclosures. So these are the two major differences between two. BRSR is a regulatory requirement for top 1,000 listed companies in India, and GRI is more of enforced by the global commitments or a voluntary standard similar to other like ISO 14001 is a voluntary standard. So similarly, GRI is also a voluntary framework for the disclosures on environment, social, and governance.
Okay, during this course assessment,
Mhm.
as a participant, as a attender, are we doing a real time data or case study reporting, those kind of things? Because to have hands-on experience.
Yes, there will be case studies and exercises, and that is the whole objective of doing some of the group activities, which will be part of this session. Yes, it will be part of the session to give the hands-on experience. So it's like our entire curriculum and delivery is designed in such a way that the experience of around 3 years we will be compressing in 3.5 months duration. So since there will be experts who are directly dealing with various ESG aspects, they will be sharing experience and expecting the activities and exercises around various aspects of ESG in return from the participants. So yes, hands-on exercises will be involved in that, and we will take up some sample projects as part of the exercises, apart from a detailed understanding on the regulatory part of environment, social, and governance, which is a focus areas.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Monish.
Good evening.
So, how this will help us in GHG or this one? So, what is the correlation of this ESG program?
Okay, I missed your name. What's your name?
This is Hemagiri.
Okay, Himagiriji. So how this course will benefit about GHG accounting?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so with this course, you will get to know about various standards and the methods to do the GHG emission calculation. So that is also one part of this module. And you will get to know that how scope 1, scope 2, and scope 3 emissions are being done, why it is required, what is the relation between this GHG emission calculations and then carbon commitments which companies take up. So that is the way you will get to know as part of this course. There are various international standards around that. We will be discussing on that also, apart from the reading material which you will be getting.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarification, Mesh.
Right.
Hello, sir.
I would also
Balaji.
request for ease of communication, those with a question can also raise their hand so that their name then comes up and it's easier for us to address the question.
Hello.
Yes, yeah, please.
Hello, sir. Bala here. I want to understand the fee structure of this course.
Okay, so I'll make you understand the fee structure of this course. So there are two types of fees. One is the registration fees, that is 1500, and one is the admission fees, that is 30,000. So it makes a total of 31,500, and 31,500 plus 18% GST. So which makes a total of 37,170 rupees as the total fees of this course.
Okay, so again, one more thing is that it include all the reporting structures like reporting, like BSR, GHE, वगैरह, that it will be a part of this course, reporting
So
structure.
okay, yes, we will be talking about the reporting framework. So it is not going to be an in-depth understanding of every reporting structure, because that will not be the objective of this entire course, because there are dedicated courses and certifications around each of the framework. But our objective will be to make you familiar and self-enabled, to make you understand about all the reporting structure, because ultimately every reporting framework and structure is having some of the common elements of it. How to use any of the reporting framework, suppose if there are new standards coming up related to these frameworks, so you should be able to grab the understanding by yourself and then take up in the disclosures. So that is our objective, and you will be becoming familiar with the main reporting frameworks apart from GRI, BRSR, TCFD. In fact, we have planned one in-person workshop as part of this course that will be inside the campus. And that is why, since reporting frameworks are a very important element of this ESG compliance course, we have planned in-person workshop in Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University for going into the detail of these frameworks and reporting standards.
So only after completion this course,
In
how it will,
between.
yeah,
Hmm.
but after the completion this course, how it will help me to upbring my career perspective in the age domain.
Okay, so to answer this more specifically, I wish to know what is the current profile which you are having, whether
Yeah.
you are already doing ESG or you are in EHS, which domain you are working currently.
I'm working in EHS domain now.
Okay, yes. So for EHS professionals, this course is very beneficial because EHS is now evolving towards ESG.
Correct.
So you will understand the journey. Like normally we know that what EHS professionals know already. There are coverage from environment. You must be aware about the lot of environmental aspects with its regulatory compliance. You must be very much familiar with the health and safety aspects, which is one part of the social element in ESG, not the complete part of
Okay.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we will be covering lot of other elements. So I'll give you one example of the social element. Like you might not be much familiar with how human rights play a significant role in ESG. We will make you understand about the role of human rights element, which should be part of your enforcement or implementation in your organization. So you will become much familiar with that, including some of the practical aspects, how to implement. Our focus
Okay.
is more on the actionable, how to utilize the understanding and knowledge which you are gaining in this course, and how you can improve in your current organization. So that is one example of it. There are elements from corporate governance. So as of now, people usually feel, and in most of the companies, governance is normally being taken up by the legal professionals. But yes, there are a lot of elements which every EHS professional also should know now, in the corporate governance, how transparency systems work, what are the different corporate level policy, how anti-corruption, anti-bribery policies works, how to have the complete implementation of these policies in the supply chain and the vendor management. So that all will become part of corporate governance.
Okay.
So with this course, you will be more evolved towards the wider version of ESG, because EHS has become subset of ESG. So ESG is more wider now, and EHS is one part of ESG. And you can say that if you are EHS professional, you are already aware about more than 50% of what ESG means. Our objective will be to make you familiar with social as well as the governance element with that, and also we will be making more strong foundation on the new environmental concepts, earlier life cycle assessment, and then there are other elements related to environment which were not much impactful or much which were not much in use. But now these types of things are coming. We should know that what is scope 1, 2, and 3 emissions. We should know what customers can expect from us. Lot of supplier companies of big corporates are now getting dependent on consultants. We got a lot of queries, but if you equip yourself with this ESG course, you will be doing it by yourself instead of having full dependency on external consultants. You can take up such things by yourself. It is like enabling every professionals related to ESG expectations, which market will have in due course.
Got it, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so there might be more questions on the chat box. So Nimisha, if you can choose any questions which is relevant for everyone, we can respond to that.
Yes, sir. So there
Mr.
is
Munish, yeah, Hemagiri here. Hello, can you hear me, Mr. Munish? Yeah,
Yes, yes,
Hemagiri
I
here.
can hear you,
Yeah.
Himagriji, yes.
Yeah, I just want to understand what is the tentative start of the sessions, like mid of
Okay.
April or mid of February?
No, tentative start of session is from mid of February. 15 February is the starting date of this certification course.
That's great. That's great. Thank you.
Mhm.
Hi, this is Abhishek. I'm calling from Gurgaon.
Yes, Abhishek. Tell me.
So I just wanted to know, like, I do not have any background from the EHS or ECG, but however, I am a domain from the facility and administration.
Okay.
So how this course will get beneficial in my professional career in future?
Okay, so since you are part of facility management and you must be managing some infrastructure and facilities in Gurgaon.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so for managing any facility of facility or infrastructure, you must be getting involved in lot of uh, expectation in terms of managing the regulatory compliance and permits of the infrastructure. I'm just trying to give you example. It is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
the whole objective, but yes, one part of it at least.
Okay.
Okay. So as you are responsible for managing the entire infrastructure and facility, and if you become familiar with environment, social and governance aspect, you will be able to relate how buildings, especially the business buildings, have environment impact with various emissions. For example, if business buildings have DG sets, energy consumption, water consumption, how to make these consumption documented and how to disclose such data in your annual reporting frameworks. Okay, that is one
Okay, okay,
example.
got it.
You will become familiar with the terms which are being taking up. Like if I'm asking you, are you aware about scope 1 emission of your building? You will not be able to answer. But if you are doing this course, and then after, if somebody asks you, are you aware about scope 1 and 2 emission of your building? You will be confidently responding to that. So it will give you new horizon apart from your routine administrative or facility management responsibility. You will become familiar with the terms which are nowadays has become demand in the market. Your clients will also be having expectation that yes, our operation should be ESG compliant. Like you must be familiar with EHS compliant terms, or your operation should be EHS compliant. It should be safe. It should have accessibility features. So accessibility is also one of the uh, key component of our course. Universal accessibility. So you must have heard about how this person with disability have expectations. There are some standards around it, harmonized guidelines, how to implement these infrastructural changes in the building so that it becomes more accessible for the persons with disability. So that is part of universal accessibility framework. So
Okay.
this is one example how you will get benefit out of it. So it will be differentiating you from other facility management professionals, and it will help you in getting uh, more responsibility, and if you are getting more responsibility, that will also increase your career opportunities, not just in the
And is
facility
this
management, but apart from other related domains into the ESG direction with it.
so is this beneficial for corporate administration as well?
Yes, it is beneficial for corporates, administrative, and then industrial. See, ESG is such a subject, it is applicable to all different verticals. It is related with all verticals. That's how it is multidisciplinary subject. And that is why all graduates are eligible to have this course.
All right, all right. Let's connect
Hmm.
one on one. We'll connect you one on one.
Sure, Abhishek. Yeah, sure.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
Good evening, sir. Sir, I wanted to ask that right now I'm pursuing my master's in environmental sciences and I'm in my
Mhm.
second semester. So, is
Okay.
it the right time to enroll or should I just wait after completing my master's? Should I enroll?
Okay, so if you can manage with your studies, it is very well, because once you complete your masters, you will be having an additional differentiator with other competitor in the market. Like you must be planning to enter into the job or somewhere to work for any company. So with ESG qualification along with master degree in environmental science, it is very good combination, and that will give you an advantage to have easy entry to the market, at least in the ESG domain. So if you can
Thank
manage
you, sir.
with your studies, it is good for you. You should join. Which university you are from?
Sir, GC Bose, Faridabad, GC Bose
Okay,
University.
okay. Got it. Yes. So we have some team members from JC Bose University. In fact, Lakshita would be there on the call, who is also from JC Bose University.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, Nimisha, you were taking some question. We have two raised hand. Let's take them, take the queries from them. Yes, please unmute yourself and ask the question.
Hi, Manisha. Kaushik here.
Yes, hi.
Manish, I was just hearing that the course include the BRSR and the GRI standards are there.
Mm-hmm.
But will this course also include the SASB, TCFD, CTP, the basic things actually that
Right.
differentiate from the GRI,
Mm-hmm.
and how it can be included as per the investor expectation?
Okay, okay. So as I mentioned that our motive is to make the participant familiar with all available frameworks, including the integrated frameworks. And this will be covered in such a way that the participant can use these frameworks by themselves, and then take the benefit of having different types of reporting out of it. That's why we have planned in-person workshop also, to give more focus on sustainability reporting on various frameworks around it. Yes, definitely. At least familiarization part in the virtual
Mhm.
session will be covered, and more depth we will go in the in-person workshop that is planned in the campus.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay, so let's go in the chat box. Can you share the syllabus of the course other than the module which you shared already? Okay. Yes, let me also share you the syllabus in detail if you want to go. We will be sharing a document admission invitation which has all the links, and you can download the syllabus and everything on that. But I'll show on the screen what all it includes in the syllabus. Okay. Share the screen. Okay, just see the syllabus part in detail. So it includes first module, the basic terms, understanding sustainability, difference between sustainability and ESG, intersection of ESG and sustainable development goals, then difference between ESG and EHS. There were questions from EHS professionals, so you will get to know how EHS and ESG are related and what are the difference between two, and evolution of ESG globally. various new terms nowadays coming up and how it is affecting India. Then we will be talking about constitutional provisions related to environment, health, safety, social and governance part. And that is the root of our compliances. So you will get to know about that in module 2. Then we have policy framework around EHS and ESG in India, which includes national policy on safety, health, environment, national water policy. Then legal and policy framework around environment protection. We have included the concept like EPR, climate change, environment protection, waste management, the laws related to public liability insurance, disaster management, and mechanism for resolution of environmental disputes. Then legal and policy framework around health and safety related issues in India. If you see, there are upcoming legislations around occupational safety, health and working condition, which is already in draft phase. Factory Act 1948, which will also get updated with this OSH code, Building and Other Construction Workers Act for the construction site especially. Then there are regulations and standards related to food, drugs and safety, and we have food safety expert, fire safety experts in our session. Then we will be having detailed understanding about the social aspects which normally EHR professionals are not much aware of. Equal Remuneration Act, Maternity Benefit Act, Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace, Prohibition of employment as manual scavengers, right of person with disability, and this will be giving you the direction and insights about universal accessibility concept that I mentioned. Then legal and policy framework around governance aspects you will get to know, and this is not just talking about the compliance, how it affects the business, what are the different case studies, what you need to do, all actionables will be included in that. So if you see, there will be insights on the market behavior of entities and regulations connected related to this, corporate governance, business ethics, insights into ESG disclosure requirement in India, as well as various frameworks like you mentioned, BRSR, GRI, TCFD, and all that. Then, especially in supply chain and climate risk management, understand the importance of integrating ESG principles into supply chain management, including legal and ethical responsibility, process and frameworks for ensuring ESG compliance with supply chain, climate risk management, strategies for mitigating climate risk and enhancing. And in fact, a lot of customers and investors are giving focus on climate risk management. We as a company are also doing climate risk assessment for new development projects. Then ESG investing in finance, understand the concept of ESG investing, importance in the global finance, integration of UN principles of responsible investment. UNPRI is very good concept if you want to understand sustainable finance, and then integration with business operation. We have good experience of ESG due diligence that we will be sharing, role of environment and social management system in managing risk. And these are the superficial headings. If you go into details, there the concept of human rights and then various corporate policy which a company should have. So all of that will come also in place. There are International Finance Corporation IFC performance standards, how it is related with ESG. We will be also taking up case studies around that. So this is
There are
about the
questions in the chat
course
box.
modules.
Yes, sir. There are questions in the chat box asking on the clarification of the fees payment, how that is to be done, what all options are there, and how can the same be done.
Okay, so this question could be relevant for most of the participant. I'll share how this process will happen. The entire process has been made in such a way that this can take place completely online. I'll share my screen for the same to explain more about this. Okay, so we will share this document for everyone. So if you see, there are multiple options of fees payment. You can have the direct account transfer option. It can have UPI payment. You can scan the QR code. Check payments are also available. And then we have digital payment gateway, which accept all the credit cards and EMI options for the payment. So except fifth option, all other four options doesn't include any kind of convenience fees. But the fifth option will have convenience fees because there are availability of options from payment from credit cards and EMI. That's why. So there are easy payment options. If you see our website, so these things are given directly on our website also at ehsguru.com. You can go through the details there also. Yes, we have one raised hand.
Yes.
Yes, I am Arun Joshi. I just want to ask, what is the relation of safety with ESG?
What is the relation of safety with ESG? Okay. Okay, so the relation of safety with ESG is that in the ESG, social part includes the health and safety aspects. So if you are a safety professional, so you are taking care of the people because safety is primary concern is about the people. And then uh, in ESG, health and safety is one of the very significant component of the social aspect because in social our focus is more on the people and more on the communities, how it our operations and activities are affecting the safety of people and the public around our business. So that is how these two things are related to each other. So if you are safety professional, you are covering uh, the 30% part of ESG. You know how to ensure the safety of people. But if you make your understanding more about the environment, you will also start integrating actions related to planet, like environment aspects, and then how your entire business is operating, what are the core values and ethics you are following, that will cover in the governance part. So that is the simplest possible answer I could give you, the relation of safety and ESG. I hope that
Okay, thank you.
makes sense to you. Yeah,
Thank you.
most welcome.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello, sir. I'm Dinesh Rana from HDFC Life, and currently I'm driving, so not able to see the gentleman's name. I just, am I audible?
Yes, Dinesh, you are audible.
I just want to have a glimpse, being a administration and facility management as a professional in facilities, how this
Mhm.
course will be, beneficial for me. I have already paid the fee, and when would the classes would start? And kindly let me know.
Okay, thank you so much, Dinesh. You have already taken up the admission, and this is also very important to make everyone know that since the seats are limited, we have once the seats gets filled, we will be closing the admissions, and last date as of now is 31st January. So, if you are genuinely interested, you should complete the admission process because there is no such process that if there are more seats, we will be taking that because we have to follow the university protocols. So the answer to your question, Dinesh, ji, that this course is going to start from February, 15th of February. And it's good that you being into an facility management has taken up this initiative to upskill yourself in ESG direction. Though I have answered this question because one similar question was asked that how it can benefit the facility management professional. I gave an example of since facility management people usually manage the entire infrastructure and the technical aspect of it, whether it is energy consumption or it is various resources which you need to consume for the building management, like diesel, water, or any other aspect. So you will become familiar with the ESG terms which your clients would ask nowadays. You need to have if you are from a company, like which type of company, if you are managing HDFC Life, there are ESG reports being published by HDFC Life. Okay, so you can contribute from your side to make your ESG reporting process more easy. Data collection is also very important part of it. So your administration and the facility management experience will be enhanced more towards the environment, social and governance part. You will become more experienced towards various expectations which client could have related to making the disclosures of the company into the environment, social and governance direction. And also it will be giving you confidence to manage the regulatory compliance part of environmental aspects of the building. Like you must be aware about various permits and approval, like consent to operate, consent to establish. Then there are EPR obligations to various companies. If you are using DG sets, there are hazardous waste related obligations. So if you are making getting into the new projects, then there are obligations from the C&D waste management part. Then there are various approvals and permits which are required to have through various contractors. So mostly facility management companies also utilize service from other subcontractors. How to make sure that your operations are also integrated with ESG aspects, and then your contractors are also complying with that. So HDFC Life or any company where you are providing facility management will have some of the commitment as part of their policies, like EHS policy or ESG policy. You will be a key stakeholder to fulfilling those commitments. The company will trust you more, since you will be having advantage of your ESG knowledge with facility management. They will prefer you to have any kind of response that should go to various stakeholders. Nowadays companies receive a lot of queries, a lot of questions on different elements of ESG. What are your initiatives you are doing as a company related to social, how your contractors are complying with various ESG elements? Because ultimately, if SDFC Life has committed something, that has to be implemented by its contractors, its facility management providers, or its entire supply chain. So since you are the mediator of all these connection with various stakeholders, you will be having an advantage of this additional ESG knowledge with facility management experience.
Fine, great, thanks.
Thank you, and most welcome for your uh, confirmation on the fees and the registration process. Hopefully, we will start interacting as per our schedule. That is 15th of February is the starting date of the course.
So there were also multiple queries which I'll try to consolidate and maybe you can answer them. There are questions regarding the day we'll be having out of the week, which day we'll have our classes, and how
Okay.
many physical classes would be there, and how many
Mhm.
online classes would be there, and the timing.
Okay, so this was also answered. So the classes will be on Saturdays. Evening time, around 2.5 hours you need to spare time every week for the virtual session. This will be live virtual classes, and then you will get a time of 1 week to do some assignments which will be given to you. That's how your entire journey of this course will take place. So this is about the timings and the duration of the classes.
Right. Since there was a query that there must be some people working on Saturdays, so I just wanted to highlight that as Sir mentioned, we will take a consensus of all the people, and then taking into consideration with that the university guidelines, we will then decide on the timings for the classes on the weekly basis.
Mm. Okay, so
So one question is
So
there.
maybe also, yes, yes, sir, please.
The certificate will be issued by whom? By EHS Guru or university?
okay, so certificate will be issued by Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University. So that is why it took us more than 1 year to enter into the entire affiliation process. So the entire certification process is controlled by the Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University.
Okay, sir, noted.
Yes, yes. So we are a kind of approved institution for them. So it's like combination of the academic excellence and the practical experience on ESG aspects that will be combined together, and entire process is controlled by university, and then university will issue the certificate. Yeah. Okay, so Sumit Mishra is asking any specific degree. Yes, we require the graduation. So any graduation, uh, you should be completing your graduation before you join the course. So that is the eligibility criteria for this. So there is no specific specialization of graduation which is expected. Any graduate can do it. So Ajay is asking, how do I manage the on-site class that you mentioned? I am from Chennai and may not be able to make it traveling to Delhi. Okay, so if you want to gain knowledge and understanding, you will have to travel from Chennai, and that is part of the course curriculum. So we will be expecting you once you join the course. That will give you a good exposure of networking, and you will gain good in-person understanding about various reporting frameworks and ESG fundamentals and reporting disclosures. Yes. Okay, so yes, Amrish, this course is completely online except one workshop. Otherwise, it is all online classes. It is designed specifically for working professionals and fresher who wants to enter into the ESG career. Yes.
This workshop will be for how many days?
1 day workshop.
Okay, thank you.
Hmm. So we have one more raised hand from Arun Joshi. I have 13-year experience, I have BSc honors. Okay. So Amreshi, since you have BSc honors as your qualification, you are eligible for this course, and your 13-year of experience will be an additional advantage for the course. This is not a degree course, it is certificate course. We cannot have degree in just 14 weeks. So this is a certificate course. I'm answering to the question by Mr. Ghanshyam. It is a certificate course. Okay, so Nimisha, have we left any questions, or if there is any question which should be answered?
So majorly we have covered all the questions, and
Okay.
there's, I think
Amreshi, yes, you can do it since you have the complete graduation, and your IGBC and Griha experience is an added advantage to it. And you already have some specialization and experience of 13 years in that direction, so that will help you. You can do this course definitely. And Sumit Mishra is asking, how will this help to get jobs? Okay. As I mentioned that our focus of this course is to give you experience of 3 years in 3.5 months. So when you are entering into the job market, you will have additional advantage of having this practical oriented professional course in the ESG direction. So that will give you a differentiator with other professionals of the same qualifications.
Sir, one thing I want to ask about you.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
I,
tell me, Anishi.
uh, sir, we have we are safety professional, not with ESG, so we can
Okay.
go with them, and no any restriction violation. We can go with them
Mm-hmm.
and work in other corporate sectors.
Okay, since you are already in the safety domain, your role expects you
Construction
to,
field.
your role
We
expects
are in
you
construction.
construction safety. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so as I mentioned that since you are already in safety professional, so you are taking care of 30% part of ESG. So ESG cannot be complete without understanding the details of health and safety. So you are covering 30% of entire ESG. So with this course, you will become
Yes.
familiar with various environmental related aspects. You will become familiar with various governance related aspects, and that's how it will give you an edge to expand your career beyond safety, more wider area of ESG and EHS. So you can
Yes, sir.
definitely do it. Yes.
So in which sector we can go within after this completion of
So
course?
ESG is applicable across all sectors. You can remain in construction sector with the ESG qualification. You can change the sector to other based on your interest, but it doesn't
Yes.
restrict you to have in one particular sector. So ESG is applicable even in the construction industry.
Construction and banking sector also.
Yes, in banking sector also, because nowadays banks are also having mandates from RBI to have sustainability integration with various funding process. As I mentioned that there is a curriculum of sustainable finance and investment related ESG aspects, so that is also covered. So you will have an opportunity to work with the banking. So it depends on your interest. Doors are open in all sector nowadays. Even if you are
Yes.
not having ESG qualification, you can still enter into the corporate or banking sector based on your knowledge and experience, which you are gaining in construction sector these days.
Yes, sir. This course conducted by from Indraprastha IP University, no?
Yes, Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University is a
Okay.
state government recognized university based in Delhi, and it is NAC accredited A++
Yes,
grade.
sir.
It
Okay.
is conducted by EHS Guru and certification by the Guru Gobind Singh University. So it's like collaboration effort. So there are faculties and experts from Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University also who
Yes,
are doing
sir.
research in ESG domain, climate related domains. So we will be publishing those experts and faculties also very soon in the brochure and uh, other publications
Okay.
related to it.
One
Yes.
thing, sir, I have recently, I am also different. I have recently completed my law degree. I am also a lawyer.
Okay.
So can I enroll for this? Is the university bounding any through migration change in
No, there is
any
no migration
restrictions?
process required since this is a certificate course. You need migration when you do the degree. It is just a certificate course and more professional oriented. So having a law degree is an advantage for you. And there are three lawyers in our course as a faculty to give the detailed understanding about the focused areas of environment, social, and governance. So it
Okay,
doesn't bind you to have any migration process from the universe from your existing university since it is a certification course.
okay. I will
Pardon?
meet them. Okay, I will discuss them and with uh, I will discuss with your lawyer team because they know the regulation and they are also in my same category. So
Mhm.
now I
So,
will ask
uh,
due to
if
some
I
bar restriction.
Mhm.
I uh,
We have
I will
experts
discuss them.
currently on call. You can share your queries now also.
Hi, sir. Good evening. I'm Nimisha. I'm also a Delhi Bar Council enrolled advocate. So I would help you clarify. So this certificate course is a value addition. Even as lawyers, we have various fields which we have to deal into. So
Yes,
ESG, since
madam.
we have discussed for so long that it is a field which is growing in its domain, so, as lawyers, also, it is very important for us to understand all of these aspects. So, to do
Yes, yes.
so, we have the certificate course. This will not intervene with your regular course that you have. And in fact, universities encourage when we take up such certificate courses with other universities because it is a mode for collaboration. It is a mode to learn from other domains as well. So, as far as my understanding goes, there should not be any issue for you in your professional domain as far as it is about the course. The certificate course will not intervene in your day to day studies and routine.
Okay. Bar is no any restriction, na?
There isn't any restriction by the bar.
Okay. Just one thing I am confusing about because already we are in law sector and we are enrolled. So we have many restriction about under Advocate Act 1961. You also
Right,
know
sir.
under section 20, 24, 26 and 35.
Right, sir. So that does not bar us from getting more information and learning about new domains. It will help us in our practice as well. So even if you're a practicing lawyer, you can take up studies. It is about having a separate business while you're practicing is, yes, I understand that that is barred, but a certificate
Yes.
course will not be of any issue.
Okay, okay, madam. Thank you. Very nice.
Okay, so any more questions in the chat box? Okay, so Rupinder has also shared the WhatsApp group. So if you're not part of the WhatsApp group, you can join that group. Did I miss any question? Thank you, Archana.
Hi Manish.
Yes,
Hello.
hi.
It's Om from Iraq. I have been working with British Petroleum from last couple of years. I had just
Okay.
joined this ongoing thing. So can you please just let me know that is this course going to help me out? Like, is this course going to get recognized in abroad also, or it is just relevantly applicable for India?
Okay, so answer to your question, the entire curriculum has been designed in such a way that we are covering a lot of Indian regulatory aspects along with some of the
Okay.
international concepts on ESG.
Mm-hmm.
So this course is recognized globally. You will have advantage of having ESG fundamentals understanding and ESG disclosures understanding globally. And
Okay.
also since it is designed by an Indian university and we are based out of India, so it is also focusing towards the Indian regulatory requirements apart from lot of international concepts. So it's combination of both. So it is
But
recognized globally and
okay.
have advantage
But
of unique advantage in India. So it's combination of both.
that means it's more going to get more focused on Indian regulations and everything, right? In spite of having
Okay.
a like rough kind of structural regulation introductionaries for abroad,
Mhm.
right?
Okay, so covering international concepts and focusing on the Indian regulatory aspects because ESG is beyond compliances. There are a lot of concepts which you need to understand apart from the
No, no,
compliances.
no.
Yeah.
I'm just concerned about the certification which I
Mm-hmm.
going to get received if I join the particular course.
Hmm.
Like the final certification which I received, is it going to help me out in an addition for an additional edge in the British Petroleum, the company which I have been working right now, or not? That's the main
So
thing which I
if
need
you
to
are
know.
part of India operations, yes, it is
No, no, no,
definitely.
no.
Hmm.
I've been
Okay.
working in Iraq right now.
Okay, so you are based in Iraq, so it doesn't cover the Iraq specific ESG regulations. So you will need to add some Iraq related regulatory aspects. So since this is specifically designed to meet the Indian business
Indian
requirements,
regulations.
Indian
Okay.
regulations, and covering the international concepts. So 50% of your objective will be fulfilled. You will get to understand about the global concepts around ESG, but not the country specific requirements because it is
Mm-hmm.
practically not possible to cover all
To cover
country
each and
specific
every, yep,
regulations. Yes.
definitely. That's the issue I've been
Yes.
just thinking all about.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
So by taking
Okay.
this course, your 50% of objective will be fulfilled if you are based in Iraq in that case.
Okay. I will think about it. Not 100% sure now,
Okay, okay, sure,
but
sure.
okay. Thank you. Thanks,
If you
Manish.
have any specific query to discuss more in detail, we can have the
Mm-hmm.
discussion on that.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay, so let me see if there are queries on the chat box. I've answered most of the queries. Thank you, Balaji. Yes, fee payment is one-time process. So Deepak Pal is asking about fee payment process. So it is a one-time process. If you want to have installment, so that is dependent on your credit card. That is an additional facility which is available in the option number 5. You can have in fact 24 installments, but that is a service which is provided by the credit card. We have the payment gateway link which gives you an option of having 6, 12 or 24 EMI options also for this course with some addition of interest into this. But then we have a question which is industry specific. Is it possible beneficial being a polymer industry professional or consultant? Yes. So as ESG is a subject related to all different kinds of industries, all different kinds of workplaces. So it is going to be a beneficial for you. We share syllabus. We already shared the syllabus. Dipali, we answered this question. We have Meha. Okay, so the duration of the session is going to be 2.5 hour session. There will be one break in between, but entire duration of one session is 2.5 hours approximately. There can be some plus minus in this based on the discussion and other aspects because this is going to be a live session. So there can be some flexibility about around the timings of this. Will the certification after completion be valid to show up anywhere? Yes, you can showcase and declare this certification across the globe, not just in India. It is applicable all across the globe. Okay, if possible, kindly include more than one face-to-face session. Okay. So Alok would be based in Delhi. That's why he's expecting more workshops. Okay. Somebody is suggesting kindly plan classes after 7 p.m. Okay. We will take majority consensus once admission process is over and then we will finalize the timing based on the majority. Will we get awareness on strategies for net zero? Okay. Yes, it is core concept of sustainability. We will understand the awareness and strategies on net zero and decarbonization as well. Be with that. Same issues as on Sunday. It is possible to attend while working in construction industry. See, everyone can have different reasons, different timings. So you need to adjust yourself to make sure you are committed for the course. So every flexibility cannot be there because there are university protocols attached with it. So you will have to adjust somewhere to accommodate the timing of the course. So there can be a situation when we are not able to accommodate your timing, but yes, that is how we need to be disciplined to attend the session and the course for the same. Please take classes on Sundays. There is no holiday on Saturday. Okay. Batch size. Okay, so batch size is still at the control of university, so we cannot declare as of now. Since the admission process is still on, we will be more dependent on university protocols for the same. Okay, so brochure link is also shared by Mohini. If you see the course submission, you will get to know more about that. Uh, Mohini, you can post this WhatsApp group as well as the pre-registration form again so that everyone can submit the same if they have missed out earlier. Timings and course period we already responded. Okay, so we have attended all the queries. Any more questions? So we still have some time. Anything more? Anything you want to suggest? So apart from queries, you might have anything to suggest. Since there are still, I can see that there are 23 people on the call. So if you want to say anything apart from queries, now the forum is open for everyone to share anything, including our team members.
So, Manish, this is again
Hmm.
Abhishek.
Yes, yes, Abhishek.
So, I mean, do you guys provide any, placement kind of thing or any ground level working where, I mean, that
Mm-hmm.
we as a participant or we as a certificate receiver, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we can get some consultant or any reference where we can apply over there. I mean, if you can
Okay.
recommend it after the course.
Okay, so after the course, you will be having an advantage of having good connectivity with the already working professionals. So we are not directly providing any placement support, but yes, we are providing a medium wherein placement chances will get increased. You will be in touch with lot of working professionals into the ESG and EHS domain, and with the good networking, you can grab those placement opportunities. Since see, our nature of work is not just providing these course, we are already working on ground on various ESG aspects with the industry, and that's how we thought that why not share this knowledge with everyone, and so that the freshers as well as working professionals who are not in this domain, they can also gain an advantage of whatever experience we as a company are getting at India level, and with the various experts who are available in our domain, not just our experience but experience of various experts which we have onboarded especially for this course. So it's very unique combination you will get, and if you get exposure to all of that, you will be definitely getting an additional advantage of having placement with the good networking. But all those efforts has to be done by you. Medium
Yeah,
we
yeah.
will be providing, but you will have to put efforts in that
Got
direction.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Sushri, anything you want to share about the course or anything? So now forum is open for everyone.
Hi Monish, I'm Ghanshyam. I joined a bit late in between the session, so I'm not sure whether you have covered or not. My question is regarding list of faculty. In case you already shared, please ignore it. But if you can suggest from where I would get the list of faculty.
Okay, right, Ghanshyamji. Uh, yeah. So thank you so much for the question. So am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
you are
Yes.
audible.
Okay, right. So we had actually shared a list of faculties while we were doing the presentation. As far as the information right now is concerned, firstly, the brochure has been shared, I believe, in the chat. That is one place where you can take up the information pertaining to the faculties. And secondly, if you follow us on LinkedIn, we put out weekly posts wherein we display the names of our faculties who have been enrolled, who shall be delivering the lectures for you. As of now, there are around 9 faculties, the information about whom has been already published on LinkedIn. So I believe you can take a look at that. If required, I can share the links of the same on the chat as well. That should answer your question.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Right. Rupinder and Nimisha, I believe you would be having the links to the LinkedIn posts, which has the details of the faculties. Could you please put that across in the chat as well? Just a thumbs up would also do. Right. Thank you so much, Nimisha. So since Sir wanted me to speak something about the course, firstly, I would like to thank all of you for joining in and uh, yeah, staying up with us for the past 1 hour, 30 minutes, 33 minutes now. So as far as the ideation of the course goes, obviously there was a market gap that we tried to bridge in. There's a lot that we talk about ESG in international terms, that you have to do this kind of reporting, you have to do this kind of a disclosure, with GRI, TCFD, integrated reporting, and all sorts of new uh, disclosure frameworks coming up now, that China has also come up with the framework, Canada has also come up with the framework. So, ESG is pretty much in the vogue. It's pretty much a thing which is extremely talked about in the market. But then when you do go back and look at any of these disclosure frameworks, the basis of all of this is basically compliance. So you operate in a particular nation, you have to ensure that you are in compliance with the national requirements pertaining to environment, social, or governance aspects. So that should be the starting point for any kind of ESG operations that any company, any organization or business undertakes. That has been the ideation. As far as our collaboration with Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University is concerned, again, it has been a pretty long drawn process. It took around 1 year for us to get the MOU and everything else completed. But then I think it's all worth it, considering that it brings in the theoretical knowledge that academia has to offer, plus the practical insights that the industry has to offer. So this has been a very sincere effort from all of our sides to bridge the industry academia gap and ensure that we all work collaboratively towards the goal of sustainability and eventually achieve various aspects of ESG sustainability or sustainable development goals for that matter. Thank you, Nimisha, for sharing in the links to LinkedIn, which gives out details of the faculties. I believe, Ghanshyamji, you're able to access the same. So that is pretty much it from my side. If there are any other questions, be happy to answer them as well. Right. So if there are no more questions, Nimisha, I believe you could conclude the session.
Before we conclude, if anyone would like to share anything from our team, from the participants, so still we have 5 more minutes. Okay, so if no response, then let's do the conclusion.
Right. So, thank you so much, everyone, for all your questions. I hope we were able to answer all the queries and keep the enthusiasm and increase rather the enthusiasm for enrolling into the course. And I'm sure that it'll be fruitful for everyone. Thank you so much, Manish sir, for giving in your time and patience to all the questions. And I hope that helped everyone get the sort of clarity that was required, because I understand it's an exciting opportunity in this changing world, and we want to be sure before committing to something. So, which is why we had this session, and hope to have you all on board with us for the course as well. And yes, if there's anything anyone would like to ask, or even later on, we have shared all the relevant links to the pre-registration form, to the WhatsApp group. We are all available there, actively answering your queries, and to be there in any way or form that is required from our side. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. And right, thank you.